Hi gorgeous, my name's Kai Ashley and this is an EFT tapping session that I have for you. This is some of my older work. I have hundreds of video recordings from powerful EFT sessions, meditations, guided visualizations using my unique processes that are knowing to get results often when nothing else works. Now, I'm a leader who serves light workers who are impacting millions. I'm really passionate about helping people have a massive calling to make the world an amazing place. I'm super passionate about helping you to create the life of your dreams and to help others to create theirs. Now, this tapping video about to come up is an EFT for money blocks. Now, I ask that you stay with it till the end. I know it might seem like a long time, but just at the point that you want to turn it off, if you keep going and you give it like that second wind gusto, that's where the breakthrough comes in. This type of work, it really does clear your money blocks. And remember, money blocks aren't just about money. They are actually about self-worth, the way you value, the way you approve of yourself. So jump on in and make sure you leave a comment and please subscribe to my channel so I know what you think of this video. And if you want me to release any more topics, let me know. Okay, now you have a wonderful session and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, and we're live. So my name is Kai Ashley and this is the Vibrant Success Club, the EFT Money Circle. And today we're going to be working on overcoming and transforming any resistance we have to setting big goals. We're especially going to do some great work around overcoming failure in the past and any belief we have about what we want being impossible. Because it is coming up to 2016 and I know it's going to be a great year. So we want to do it in style. So let's tap away all the doubts, all the fears, everything that tells us that it's just not possible, and we'll heal any wounds that we have that are getting in the way. How does that sound? Yeah. Great. Okay, so let me see. What's first? So we're going to drop in and do some breathing together. So let me just mute everyone. Okay. So everyone please just get comfy, spine straight, and close your eyes. And make each breath a big clearing breath. So you want to do big breathy sighs on the exhale. So each breath goes really deep into your belly. And each exhale, you just want to relax your shoulders and let it all go. And each breath, deepen the breath. Each exhale, lengthen the exhale. Notice all the sensations in your body, any tingling in your skin. Notice what your fingertips feel like right now. What about the tip of your nose? Bring your attention down into your heart. Take a big deep breath, and on the exhale, just shoot your energy down through the base of your spine and into the earth. It's okay if you can't feel it, just imagining it is enough. And repeat it a few times. Re-establish the connection with Mama Earth beneath you. If any thoughts are coming in, don't worry. Just thank them and let them drift away and connect with your breath. Take one more deep breath and exhale down into the earth. And today, I am calling in source energy to make this a powerful session, to empower us with the healing codes needed to change our lives, to make great change that has a ripple effect all throughout the rest of the next year. And I call in life-changing energy to delete, reprogram, and release any programs that are not serving us now. And breathe in and relax your shoulders on the exhale. Okay, before we come back to the room, allow yourself to have a full experience of what you feel now, if there are any changes, any heaviness or tingliness. And feel your mind go heavy as you relax your forehead and your eyes and let your mind slip back. Okay. When you're ready, come back, wiggle your fingers and toes. Open your eyes, have a stretch if you want. And welcome to Jonna. Hi. Okay, so we are going to get out our pens and paper and we're going to write down what we want for 2016 and then we're going to turn it into a goal. Okay, and then we're going to add in a nice income goal, and the point of this exercise is going to be stretching what we believe to be possible. Okay, so the purpose of this goal is not to write down what you think you can do, because that's, you know, sort of limited often. What we want to do is what we actually want. So imagine that nothing could go wrong, that you already knew how to do it. What would you want to accomplish by the end of 2016? Please grab out your pen and paper and just write it down. And anyone who wants to is quite welcome to start tapping on their chest or any of their favorite points. Financial goal, Krista. Right now, this is just what you want to create, and then after that, we'll do a financial goal. By the way, there's a chat box here. Can everyone online see it or type in it? You're welcome to type in it at any time. Awesome. Hi, Fabiana. You are just in time. Hi, honey. We've just done some breathing, and now we're tuning into the goals that we want to create for 2016. Okay, so what do you want to create by the end of 2016? All I want you to do right now is write down what you want, and not what you think you can have, what you actually want to achieve by the end of 2016. Once we do that, then we're going to turn it into a goal and then create a financial goal. Okay? And be descriptive and specific. Okay, has everyone got something written down? Jenny, you look like you do. Now, if anyone would like to share it, or at least a part of it, something that you'd feel comfortable sharing, you can type in the chat box, or if anyone would prefer to speak, you're quite welcome to do that too. So what are we creating for 2016? Anyone? See, many of you might already know this, but one of the most like the essential key is that we're crystal clear on what we want, and it's for a really profound reason too. It's not just so we can head in that direction, which is a big part of it. It's really because our subconscious works in pictures, and our beliefs will always, absolutely every single time, turn up to our reality. Like whatever we believe is what's going to happen. It's just we often don't know what all of our beliefs are, so we don't know what we're creating. And if we don't have a clear image and there's fuzziness in between there, any like cloudiness or foggy feeling, then that means by default every single time there is a limiting belief underneath there that thinks either it's not possible or it's not safe or it'll be too hard, something holding you back. So this is why we get really super clear on our goal so we can tap away all the doubt, and then throughout the rest of the year we're all going to be tuning into this goal or the evolution of the goal and making it happen. Okay, so let's see what's everyone shared. Blake says, publishing my first book, being totally financially and emotionally independent. Wonderful. Okay, Louisa Jane, I want to have 1 million people reading my blog about sex, money, and magic, and have over 100 contributors on my site, and have it be a source of inspiration, connection, healing throughout the world. I want it to be poetic and visually beautiful. Great, thank you for sharing. Anyone else feel like sharing yours? See some people typing. Louisa, I don't know if you see, but Blake's saying, what a cool site, Louisa. I love sex, money, and magic. I know, it sounds cool, doesn't it? What's your domain? I'll read it out now. Oh, I like it. Spiritualwhore.com. That sounds like something you definitely want to check out. So anyone in the future, after this, go to spiritualwhore.com. Yeah. Okay, Fabiana, I want to travel all over the world teaching ACE and energy EFT. Is ACE the technique you use with me, Fabiana? Is that what you've used with me? Yeah, that knocks me for 6. That's good. I actually had a session with Fabiana yesterday because even though I teach it, you can never stop learning and you've always got more to do. And so Fabiana is actually a really powerful practitioner as well, and she's been helping me. And the last session we had finally removed this chunk I had around my family issues, and I was finally able to get a different image around my mother for the first time in my life. Even with all the work I've done, I finally was ready, and she finally helped me change that piece. So that was really cool. So Fabiana uses ACE, matrix reprinting, and energy EFT. Okay. Let's see, what's Jenny saying? Inky Paws, an art community sharing my art, promoting self-love and healing through art. Sounds like a great concept. What sort of art? And what's the domain for that too? I think I actually saw that today. Yeah, I did. That's right. It's got that really pretty, like the sign, Inky Paws. I remember that now. Inky Paws Art blogs. inkypawsart.blogspot.com. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So for everyone who's ready, we're going to start changing it into an actual goal. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to write your goal in present tense so that when you read it, it's best if you can start it with I am, because I am is a command, and then you want to do it as though you're either doing it now or it's already happened. So let's see. It would be like, for instance, with Fabiana, it's like, I am traveling all over the world and teaching ACE and energy EFT to how many people? You want to give your mind an actual number, and you're not limiting yourself. You can always say at least how many people, because you're actually not limiting yourself. If you don't give yourself something to aim for, then your mind doesn't know what to do. And don't worry if you want to do it a low number at first, you can always do that as well, because at least then you can reach a goal. If you're new to reaching goals, sometimes that's a good idea. But today we are really going to be especially working on the bigger side of the goal, because we're going to tap on that and remove the impossibility. Great, Krista shared. Financially independent, successful in my biz, and traveling with it, and in a relationship with someone who will be my life partner, and living in a house with a backyard and a great kitchen. Sounds lovely. So Fabiana's got, I'm traveling all over the world teaching ACE and EFT to 1,000 people. Okay, that's great. By what date? Do you want to do it by the end of 2016, or I find it's best to give yourself a generous due date? Always give yourself the date and put the time down as well. So like maybe 6 p.m., 31st December. Yep, so give it an actual date, actual time. Jonna, are you on your phone today, or can you actually comment?
I am on my phone today, and I also would like to introduce you to Eliza, who's joining us. We work with, and we've been talking.
Hi, welcome.
EFT, and so I invited her to tap together.
That's beautiful. Great, welcome, Eliza.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So, have you got your goal as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both sitting here writing our goals. And what's yours?
I'm summing it up right now, but basically it's about I'm financially independent with my human design and astrology guidance, and with my jewelry and clothing, and living in a beautiful home, and having happy, thriving relationship.
That's excellent. Great, thank you for sharing.
And mine is balancing my EFT practice with my professional arts career, and so I wrote having a full, vibrant EFT practice and a successful, lucrative art life, and that I would also like to be invited to go teach at retreats in beautiful, exotic locations.
That's wonderful. So on the next part, you would change that to, and I am teaching, in locations around the world, or you can even name the countries that you want to go. But you want to, when you change it into your goal, you want it to be very specific of where it is, so that when you turn up, you know that it's either happened or it hasn't. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see.
And I have some ballpark financial numbers, but I'm focusing more on the experience.
Great. Although we are about to create some financial numbers as well, so that we can tap on, we're going to create some big financial numbers, okay?
Great.
Because we want to release the impossibility around it.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Okay, does everyone feel complete, or have we got more people typing? I find it amazing how we're all the way around the world. Like, yeah, I see all of you like right next to each other, right here. It's amazing. Are you still typing, Blake? Yay, technology, I know, right? Okay, so can everyone either nod or give me a sign to whether you're ready or not? Have you turned it into a good goal
that's specific and exact. So no desires, no, I want this, I want that. It has to be, I am doing this and specific thing. And if a part of you wants to say, and I'm figuring it out, okay, stop there and then go, okay, what am I figuring out? And then put I am, because you want to put it as though you've already figured it out, and then that's the goal, and then everything else in between, you want to work it out and clarify your vision. Gosh, Fabiana, USA, Spain, Australia, Italy, Mexico, Portugal, Croatia. Awesome. That's going to be amazing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's just make this as simple as possible. I would like you to write down an income goal of something that you would absolutely love to make and that you think is, you know, if everything went in your favor, in 12 months from now you could make. And I want you to write the amount down with the dollar or pound or euro sign or whatever your currency is that you want to write it in. Okay, everyone got their number? Because now I want you to double it. Yeah, Blake says, I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, has everyone written the doubled amount down? If anyone happens to want to share what it is, you're quite welcome to. Good. Jenny says, I already doubled it. It's now quadruple. Excellent. Nice, Krista. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Excellent, Louisa Jane. So put down a yearly figure for that. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit crazy. Okay, everyone, I want you, to the amount you have now, to triple it. Go on. Yep, that's good. So that's after tax. So now what you want to do is add on 20% on top of that. Oh yeah, everyone, and also triple it and then add on 20% on top so that that's the tax on top. Let's get uncomfortable here. We don't want this to be easy. Okay, so make sure when you've got your triple number, you add on an extra amount for tax, okay? Because we don't want the tax coming out of our money. The tax has to come on money on top. So I find it's easiest just to get 10% of what your number is and then double that, so that's 20%. Okay, now how possible does it feel to you? Look at that number. That big number. It might seem a bit scary for some people, might seem exciting, maybe completely impossible. And it might be triggering, and if it is, that's good. That's why we're here, okay? And now remember, just because we're tapping on this, it doesn't mean it has to happen if it's not something you're not comfortable with, but it will release a lot of the tension and the fear around money. That's what we're going to do today. And also, we're going to help ourselves believe in ourselves more. So how possible does it feel? I want you to look at it. Look at the number on your piece of paper. And how possible does it feel between 1 to 10 that you could make this I mean, not only in the next year, but maybe even in your lifetime. 10 means completely possible and true, and 1 means 0 means never. Okay, 1. Okay, 5. What else? 5. 3. Jonna,
Yes. So
what
can you repeat
numbers?
with per month?
You can do it per month, but generally I usually do it per year.
Well, it was getting really high really fast, so I have if I quadruple it, it's or if I triple it, it's $20,000 a month.
Great.
Really uncomfortable to think about.
Yeah. And then you have to add the 20% on top for tax.
Oh yeah, that was with the 20%.
Okay. And how possible does that feel between 1 and 10? 10 being totally possible.
10 is totally possible.
Yeah, 10's true.
I guess like a 1 or 2. I mean, I do know people who are doing it, so there's a little smidgen of hope and optimism.
Okay. And Eliza?
I started small, but it got really big and out of possibility range. So I'm saying 72,000 this year, which I don't think is very possible.
Okay, so what number would that be? Is that like a 1 or a 0 or a 2?
2, let's say 2.
2. Great work, guys. Okay, so now we're going to go a bit deeper before we actually get into the tapping. So you might as well just, so let's see. It's impossible because, and fill in the blank. It's impossible because, you can write it in your journal and then also let me know. See, Louisa Jane, it feels totally possible, but only in an abstract way. Like I can't imagine the impact, and I think that's why it seems possible. Okay. It feels impossible because I have no idea how I would do it. And that's one of the main things we're going to be working on, because the point of a goal isn't to know how you can do it, is to set a goal that excites you. And then you start asking questions. You start tapping and you start taking action and seeing what works and what doesn't, and it will come clear to you. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so let me just do this part and then I'll catch you up, okay? Let's see. Blake says it feels impossible because I have no idea how I'd do it. I don't feel worthy of making that much money. Yeah, okay, that's pretty normal. Let's all take a breath together, ladies. Big deep breath. It's getting pretty heavy now. Okay, so while everyone else gets you, I want you to do, and I'm about to catch Karen up, but I want you to do it's impossible because, and then this makes me feel. So it's impossible because this makes me feel. And then the next one is I remember a time when I failed, and say what it is. Okay. So Karen, what we're doing is we are working on big goals. Okay. So yeah. So what I want you to do is to write down what you really want. Okay. What you want for 2016. We're manifesting for the entire year. Okay. So just real quick scribble down something. Be specific though. Let's see. So go and then I'll tell you the next part.
2016.
Yep, for the entire year. What you want to complete by the 31st of December. So write what you want and be specific about like how many people you're helping and what's happening with that, okay? Aww. Fabiana, because I don't know who could help me to organize the courses and this makes me feel sad. Yeah. And we have, it feels impossible because I'm in biz limbo and not moving forward. I'm not sure who my ideal client is anymore or who I am trying to serve. Okay. So Blake can relate to you, Krista. Okay, so Karen, once you've got what you want in 2016, you want to turn it into a goal, which means you want to start the sentence with I am, because I am is a command, and then make it as though it's happening now, and make it really specific. So, like maybe the amount of clients you're helping, exactly what you're doing, so that way when you turn up at the end of 2016, you either know it's happened or it's not. So it's not a desire, it's a real specific, tangible thing. Okay. So we've got, it feels impossible because, filling in the blank, make sure you've all got that. This makes me feel, what emotions come up? You might have more than one. And then the next one is, I remember a time when I failed, and see if you can bring up a memory. It's okay if you even feel like you're making it up, but likely something will come up. Okay, Jenny says it feels impossible because I have no idea where this money would come from. Who would pay for my offerings? It makes me feel anxious. Yeah. Okay, well now what number is this feeling? Is it a 10? Is it like super true and anxious? Or is it, and for you Fabiana with the sadness, or is it like anywhere between 1 to 10? What's the number? So I want you to give, that a number. Okay, Karen, so next what we're doing, you ready? This is the big part. Okay, so I want you to write down in 2016, if everything went better than expected, everything went to plan, how much money would you love to receive? Write down a big dollar amount. Okay, let's do this quick. And has everyone got your memory? Okay. Okay, now I want you to double it. Yep. And notice how that makes you feel. Yeah? Okay. Now you've got it doubled? Yeah. Now triple it. Now the point here is to get to an uncomfortable space, because we're so used to working with what we think we can have, but who gives an F about what we think we can have? We want to make the impossible possible. And so to do that, we've got to stretch ourselves. Okay, so once you've tripled it, now you have to add on 20% for tax, because we don't want the tax coming out of our own money. Yeah? Okay, next, how possible does that feel between 1 and 10, 10 being the most true? Yep. And then I'll quick tell you what the next questions are. What were they? It's impossible because, fill in the blank. This makes me feel, emotions. And I remember a time when I failed, memory. Okay. So has everyone got their memory? And is it a painful memory? Is it something that bothers you, or maybe has made thinking about it makes you scared that it could happen again? You can't think of one, Krista? That's okay. What about a time when you were a child where you felt like you did something wrong or you weren't accepted? Was there anything that happened there? Just take a deep breath. You don't want to try and think of it too much, because memory is actually spontaneous. So it's more like a relating thing. Did anything come? Okay, it's okay. Don't worry. We'll bring up you can just bring up an imaginary image instead, and we'll work on that a bit during the tap. Jono, where are you at?
As far as what I wrote down?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I said I don't want to work that much. I'm afraid I'll be exhausted or overwhelmed. I don't have that kind of luck with life. I'm sabotaging myself. If like a lot of internal limitation around what I think I can have and the way that my inner dialogue and my speech. And then I have struggled the last few years, so the failure feels really fresh. And it makes me feel anxious, nauseated, terrified, delusional, and ashamed.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. And anything else you want to add?
No, not for me.
Thank you. And Eliza? It is Eliza, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It feels impossible because a lot of this is really new for me. Things I haven't done before. I'm not sure how. I don't think I have the ability. It makes me feel overwhelmed and insecure, and it kind of those were the main emotions that came up. But yeah, I remember a time when I failed with making anything happening with my sound healing practice, and yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. And make sure you've got numbers next to charges of how bad it is between 1 and 10. 10 is the highest, the most true, next to all of your emotions around this. Okay. Karen, what about you, honey? You can either type, or if you want to come on and talk, you're welcome to do that too. But to talk, you have to unmute. Yep.
I feel like basically it's a blockage. I'm scared where the next dollar is gonna come from. Um, how am I gonna make the money? Um, um, am I gonna make it out in the world?
Are you
But
what?
am I gonna make it out in the world like being self-sufficient, like self-dependent on money? Am I worth being paid? That's what's coming up. Like, do I have the value to give?
Does anyone else have that fear? Do I have the value to give? Am I worth being paid? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anything else, Karen?
That's it. And basically, um, just not even able to imagine being there.
Like you
That
can't imagine being there?
being so, yeah, like basically seeing myself living that life. Like I kind of see the glimpses, but actually practicing the everyday daily routine, I just find it surreal. So,
Okay.
and
Okay,
that's
great.
it.
That's some stuff to tap on. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
So, Krista, before we move on, I want to get really clear of where you're at. So I see that you feel like it's just not moving forward, and maybe you have some confusion about what your next steps are. So we've got a lot of it feels impossible. I have no idea how, where this money would come from, who would pay, anxiety, how would I do it, don't feel worthy, totally impossible but abstract. Okay. Well, this is going to be good to tap on. So is anyone feeling a little bit triggered from bringing up the numbers and looking at it and having to feel into it? A little bit? Okay. Okay. So Krista says that she's a nutritionist, weight loss program, working with singles, but was just not moving forward. Thought about life coaching and was working with clients for that. Okay, so what about how do you feel around the income goal that you set? Like, how does it really make you feel in your body? Or is it more of a thought for you? Okay, everyone, we're going to start in just a moment. So I'd like everyone to, while Chris is typing, to just start looking at that number and imagine, what would I have to do to achieve that? What would I have to do what would I have to sacrifice? Who would I have to become? Okay, let's see. It makes me feel like I can't do it because I don't even know who I am working with or which biz I am doing it with. Okay, okay. And I feel confused because, and let's see, Louisa Jane, I put on a party and it didn't go as I planned. There weren't as many people there that I wanted, and people didn't connect in the ways I had imagined. For the income goal, I feel like I wouldn't be worth that money, and like I would be taking advantage of people for charging that much. Yeah, I've definitely been there where events didn't work out how I wanted to. In fact, that was my whole first 2 years maybe of this. There was a lot of that went on. So you just got to keep going. Okay, let's see. And what main feelings do you have, Krista? Let's see, what did you say was your number? So your number was 1. It felt absolutely impossible to make that large amount of money? Okay. So frustration, confusion, annoyance, hopelessness. Does anyone else have confusion about who you want to work with or how you're going to do it? Nod or shake? Yeah, kind of starting over, Blake. Okay. Okay, so we've been talking about this long enough. Who's ready? Let's start tapping. Just tap all around your chest. Now, we do have sore spots right there, but just tap all around your chest and you'll get it. You can either use your whole palms or the tips of your finger. Okay, so instructions for all the newbies watching in the future. Now, we want to do lots of breathing. The way that I do tapping is we're going to open our jaws really wide on the exhale because it lets the energy flow. Breathing resets your nervous system. It gets down into the places where that trapped energy really lives. And through a process of emotional alchemy, just by relaxing our heart and letting the feeling be, we're going to send it love and it's going to break up. Okay, so you repeat after me. And you can change any words that you want. This is not positive thinking. You want to voice the negative. You have to get it out. If you're thinking it, you've got to say it, okay? And then instead of trying to change it, we want to accept that it's there. Okay. So just keep noticing what's happening in your body. Let's say, look at the goal that you wrote down. Look at the goal you wrote down and just say, it feels impossible. Really look at it and think about it and just go, wow, it feels so impossible. The first number I wrote down, and make sure you're actually saying the words out loud. The first number I wrote down, that was already big. I was hoping I could make that. But this number's just crazy. You're crazy, Kai. What are you thinking? This is never going to happen. Okay, I want you to really exaggerate these words, okay? Never, ever, ever. Feel it in your belly. Never gonna happen. And if any coughing comes or any burping, just let it come. It's actually a release. Let's all take a big, deep breath together. And sigh out. Open your jaw really wide. If any yawns come, I'm going to help induce them because yawns are catching and they're also very healing. Tap the front of your ribs. Look at it again. We're going to bring up the pain of it. Say, here it is. This impossible goal, and exaggerate it. Okay, so say the words, like really open your mouth. Impossible goal. Okay, and shake your head. Nope, no way. It's never gonna happen. I'm sure of it. Okay, now let's say, wait there. Maybe it could. Tap the inside of your wrist and say, no. I don't know if it'll be safe. I don't know if I'm worthy. I don't even know how. And I feel this in my body. These triggering feelings. This big fat blank. I don't know how to do it. I've never done it before. So it must be impossible. Tap the side of your hands together. Let's take a breath on that. Just notice what you're feeling and breathe towards it. And relax ever so slightly. Actually forward as you exhale. You want to sink into the heaviness and allow yourself to feel it. Okay. This big goal. It makes me feel anxious. What would I have to do? What would I have to do? I'd be working all the time. Tap the top of your head. It's impossible. I'd be ripping people off. Or they just wouldn't show up. There's no way. People will show up for me. Not in that big way. Tap your eyebrows right here near the base of your nose or the bridge of your nose. I love and accept myself. Even if part of me doesn't. Even if it is impossible. Even if I failed completely. And now go, ugh, make a sound. Oh, that would suck. I would hate to fail again. I admit it would suck. But even if I failed forever, I would still be worthy of being loved. Tap your temples, but this is right in the corner of your eye. I would still be worthy of being adored. Even if I couldn't get it right. I haven't gotten it right before. I've been confused and alone and misunderstood. Tap your cheekbones right up front, really high, more like under your eyes. Let's take a big breath. And open your jaw wide. Ah, breathe out. Ah, open your jaw. Ah. I'm open to loving and accepting myself anyway. Hand on your heart. Tap above your lips, right in the divot there, and put your hand firmly on your heart. I love and accept myself, even if part of me doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a break. Tap under your lips. Because in my family, no one's ever done that. Not like I want. And if they have, they had to struggle. They weren't happy. They didn't know what to do either. And I have no idea how to do it. So it must be impossible. Tap your chest. My family couldn't do it. And the success they had was a struggle. It's all a struggle. A big fat struggle. There's no way I can make this amount of money. And I feel it in my body. I feel it in my, and say out loud where. Now remember, it doesn't matter where it is. All that matters is that you tune into it. It could be in one place or more, or even everywhere. Okay. Could even be a numbness, and that's a feeling too. Okay. This feeling in my body that is completely impossible. Oh my God, it's impossible. I know I'm right about this. Okay, tap the front of your ribs and make sure you're actually saying the words out loud. If anything doesn't resonate, you're welcome to change it. Take a big deep breath and sigh with your mouth open. Yep, notice what happens in your body. This feeling in my body that I'm not good enough. Tap the inside of your wrists. That I don't know how. I really don't know how. How am I going to do it? I've been told that I need to have an idea. I need to go to school. I need way more education. I need way better connections. I need to be way more than I already am. And this makes me feel sad. If it doesn't make you feel sad, just swap out the emotion. This makes me feel anxious. Good. And if you yawn, just let the yawn go. You want to let that yawn happen. Tap the side of your hands together. I really wish that I was worth it. Tapping the side of our hand now on the karate chop point. I really wish that it was easy for me. Tap the top of your head. I really wish I had a clue. So I choose to admit this totally triggers me. Okay, just allow yourself to really feel what you're feeling now. Don't fight it. Relax your belly towards it. This feels uncomfortable. To say that I am making. How much is that big number a year? Say it out loud. Tap your eyebrows. To say that I am making. How much? Tap your eyebrows and say, what? Me? No way. I don't know if I even want to make this much. Tap right in your temples, in the corner of your eyes, because I might have to work all the time. It might be impossible for me. I'll probably just try and fail. And this makes me feel, what's your emotion? Say it out loud. Tap your cheekbones right up front, right up high. This makes me feel, and say it out loud. This heavy feeling in my body. When I think about this big goal, it might never go away. Okay, we're going to do some turbo tapping, fast tapping, so keep up with me. Hand on your heart, tap above your lips. It might never go away. Good. Tap under your lips. It might never stop. I might never be able to do this. Tap on your chest. It might be impossible. Tap the front of your ribs. I might try and fail. Tap the inside of your wrist. It might freak me out. Tap the side of your hand. It's probably not going to happen anyway. Tap the top of your head. So I choose to admit, I've been scared about this. I've been scared about not reaching it. And it makes me feel unworthy. Okay, so tap your eyebrows. So even though I have this solid belief that it's impossible, and I feel it in my body, I'm open to the possibility. And tap right in the corner of your eyes that miracles can happen. That humans can learn. And I'm a human. I can learn. Tap your cheekbones, even though it seems scary and totally impossible. And it's a really huge number. It's too big for me. I accept this feeling in my body. And I send myself love. Because I care about myself. Hand firmly on your heart and tap above your lips. Take a big deep breath. Send yourself a big break, big wave of compassion. Open your jaw on the exhale. Big power breath out. Okay, really get into the breathing here, okay? Exaggerate the breath. Big, deep breath in. Do not change how you feel. Just breathe through it. And relax all the way out. Allow that heaviness to expand. Tap under your lips. Take another really big, deep breath. Okay, the biggest one yet. Big, deep breath out. Push it out all the way out to the end. Push it out, squeeze it out. There you go. Another big deep breath in. Relax your face and just do a relieved crumpled sigh where you go. Okay. Tap the front of your chest. I choose to admit I'm kind of scared. And I feel it in my body. I failed before. I've been confused before. And things have been really unclear. How am I going to do it? Tap the front of your ribs. How am I going to do it? It probably can't happen. Tap the inside of your wrist, but if it could, how am I going to do it? If I knew I couldn't fail, which would be really cool, what actions might I take? What phone calls might I make? If I had a magic wand and could wave it right now, and wave your wand, ding, 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 ding. Tap the side of your hands together on your karate chop point. What would I create? And what steps would I take to get there? Is it possible that maybe someone else on this planet with the same background as me, similar to who I am, with the same fears and doubts, is it even possible that maybe someone else has figured it out? Tap the top of your head. Is it possible that I'm not the only one? Okay, so take a big deep breath and feel your energy come down into your body and shoot it down. So it's into your heart. There you go. Big deep breath, big yawn. There you go, Jenny. Great work, everyone. Let's just say it. I'm doing a good job. I turned up today. I'm reprogramming my subconscious. And I'm going into the scary places. And I'm sending them love. There must be something right with that. Tap your eyebrows. I'm doing a good job. It's time to give myself. It's time to give myself a fucking break. Because I am talented and resourceful. And I admit, I have struggled in the past. Tap your temples. And it's been kind of a pattern. Yeah, this has been a pattern. But I'm open to the opportunity. All the opportunities. There are millions of opportunities available to me. Tap the front of your cheekbones. So even if I have no idea how to get there, and I've been taking my time doing it, and I've been holding myself back, I choose to be kind to myself now. I choose to accept this impossible part within me. Hand on your heart, tap above your lips in the divot. This part that doesn't know how. And say, hey, little part of me, I see you're very confused. And you're really scared for me. This fear inside of me, it only wants what's best. Tap under your lips, and it's been holding me back. It's been telling me I can't. Because it hasn't worked out for me. It didn't work out for my family. So I accept this feeling in my body. This fear in my, where would your fear be? Tap the front of your chest. I accept this fear of the future. This fear that I might fail again. Or stay stuck in confusion. And I choose to send myself love. I love and accept myself. Even this big remaining part that I'll never love. I'll never love that part of me. And go, But I'm going to go ahead and give it space to be in my body now, because maybe wonderful things will happen. Maybe I'm not so damaged after all. Maybe I'm not even broken. Tap the front of your ribs. Maybe I'm absolutely okay. Maybe I deserve to be loved and adored, to work on my gifts, to be paid well for what I do. I love and accept myself. And now look at the number and say, and this big number, take a big breath and breathe it out. All the way out. You finished breathing, breathe again. All the way out. Big power breath. All the way out. Let's do 3 times a charm. I want you to really get into this, okay? Big breath in. And shake it out. Pat your chest and get it out. want you to make sure you're making the sound. Ah. And move the energy up, but don't flick it. Move it up to love. Just bring all the energy with your hands and so you're not flicking it. We're taking all that heavy energy. Rub your body, maybe rub your hair, rub your face. Wherever you feel that heaviness, just give it a good rub and then send it up to love. And that will transmute the energy. Okay, so let's check in. How are we all? How are you all feeling? Want to type in and tell me where you're at? Maybe, yep, tired. That's actually a really good thing, Krista. It means that you're having core changes on a neural level. Absolutely keep with it. Just do your best to keep, maybe stomp your feet, Krista, when you feel yourself getting too tired. It's not a bad thing. It just means you're having major changes in your core beliefs, and it's really normal. It's actually a really good sign, okay? Tired, I feel light, vibrating, I feel energized. Okay, great. Let's see, we've still got Louisa Jane and Jenny. Cold but relaxed. Is that cold because it's cold where you are? Can you get something to warm you up? Makes me sad when people are cold. That's my issue. I don't like the cold. Tired and centered. Okay, so you've released a lot. Okay, so let's see. You just grabbed a card again. Okay, good. Now might be a good time for us all to have a big drink of water too before we do the next round. And Jonna, how about you and Eliza?
For me, my number doesn't necessarily feel any more doable, but I did get a lot of action steps and ways to support myself.
Great. Okay, that's good.
I'm feeling happier and hopeful and also tired.
That's great. It's actually a really good sign. Okay, thank you for sharing. Have we got everyone? Let's see. Let me just tune into where we're going to go next. Everyone put your hand on your heart and just connect with the changes, with all the tiredness, with all the new tingles, any heaviness that's left. Okay, so what we're going to do, and this is actually the whole entire reason we tap, okay? It's a psychological reversal, and it's the paradox of accepting yourself. We are about to give the heaviness and the impossibility permission to stay, even if it never shifts. Now, the entire tapping that we do pretty much leads us up to that, because when you can give yourself that true permission, then things shift. It's like such a paradox. Okay. Everyone feel ready? Okay, so let's see. Let's find how true does it feel to say I am not worth it, or what was your issue? Like, if I know we had I don't want to work that much. I'm not worth it. People won't pay me that. I feel like I'll be ripping them off in different words. I'm not sure how. So can you all just write your sentence that is most true for you and give it the number of what it is now? And I know you're already typing, but if you actually want to write the number it was, if you remember that and what it's gone down to, that would really help me too. And remember, there's no wrong answer here. Sometimes your numbers won't go down for a bit. Sometimes they'll even go up. Fabiana, I'm sure the perfect people will come at the right time. And they will, yeah. You just keep asking, keep exploring, and keep focusing on your goal. As long as we're focusing on, well, I don't know how, then we're not focusing on the goal, and then of course we don't know how, and then it can't happen. Jonna, do you want to tune in with what your main sentence is now and what number it was and is now, please?
Sure. The sentence I wrote down was working with people in a big way is a huge responsibility. And are you wanting me to give that sentence a number?
If you want.
Or which number would you like me to reassess?
Well, I'm just looking for like the block that you really want to work on. I mean, I'm happy to hear them all, but yeah, if that's like something that you feel either like you can either share something that you think really shifted or something that's still really blocked or whatever you want.
I think around responsibility, like having a really big anything, taking on like more projects and taking on a lot more clients and more courses and stuff. It's just a lot of responsibility and a lot of things that I have to take care of, and then a big promise to my clients, right, about what's possible for them and holding that space for them and holding that for, you know, as many people as I'd like to have in my practice. And it's a lot to hold that space powerfully for other people, like you're going to make it through this and I am going to promise, like I'm going to be a stand for that. It's almost like this promise that you'll walk with them through that, and it's just a huge responsibility. So that's what's coming up for me right now.
And how triggering is that between 1 and 10? 10 being the highest.
When I think about doing it in a even bigger way than I do now, it feels like a 7 because I get worried that I am personally going to feel overwhelmed and taxed.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Eliza, does Eliza want to share?
Eliza is grabbing some water. She doesn't need to share right now, but she's listening.
Okay. So anyone else want to let me know where you're at so that we can round this up? I know we're actually pretty much running out of time. So let's see. Mine was I feel helpless and worthless when trying to achieve my goal. It started as an 8. It's now a 5 to a 6. Be right back. Okay, so what we're going to do, unless someone types in anything extra, is really work on the fact that our worthiness aspect, and then we're going to accept where we're at so that we can round up, and we're going to continue to work on this piece over the new year. Okay? Ready? Start tapping. Say, let's see. Take a breath. Relax your shoulders. Okay. I choose to admit I feel helpless and worthless. Like making this money and reaching my goal for 2016. It's a lot. It's big. And I accept that, yes, I'm really feeling this way. I'm actually feeling overwhelmed by this. Stressed by this. Scared of this. And I'm scared of it working out. And I'm scared of it not working out. And I admit this is happening to me now. So take a breath and just really allow yourself to be with like the withness of it, that it's just happening. Don't change it, just like, yep, there it is. Okay, big deep breath, big sigh as you're just with it. Even though I have this issue, and think about the fear of it coming true and not coming true, of the responsibility or the unworthiness, whatever feels most present for you around that big number. Tap the front of your ribs. Even though I have this responsibility and this big goal, and I still don't know how to do it, I'm still not convinced I can. I've noticed today that my emotions can shift around this, that I've already made some change. So maybe as I keep moving through life, focusing on what I want and doing healing processes that serve me, I can probably figure it out. Tap the inside of your wrist. And I choose to promise I don't have to do anything that I'm not ready for. And if I'm not ready, well, that's okay now. I choose to love myself as I am. I choose to praise myself for caring. I choose to adore myself as I am. I choose to thank myself for trying. Tap the top of your head. And even though I have this remaining fear, and I feel it in my body, I feel it in my... And if it's not fear for you, is it anxiety or shame, overwhelm? I feel this feeling in my body. This feeling of, say it out loud, tap your eyebrows, and I'm going to go ahead and feel it as it is. Accept it as it is. Okay. And I can always change my mind. In fact, I just might. I probably will. But for the next 1 minute, just one little minute, I'm going to go ahead and allow this unworthiness in. Tap your temples. I'm going to feel it as though I'm going to keep it. And I'll change my mind in a minute. That's safe to do. So hello, unworthiness. This part of me that doesn't feel good enough. This part that doesn't feel valuable. This part I've been trying to shut out. For the next minute, I choose to allow it into my heart. And it has a place in my body now. Okay, tap the front of your cheekbones, take a big breath. Remember, you can always take it back. Fully let yourself feel it. Okay, we're doing it now. Big breath in. Feel that unworthy place and imagine your energy body and your cells are expanding and you're breathing now. And as you're breathing, you're feeling the pain of that unworthiness. Relax your jaw wide. Okay, you've got about 48 seconds to go. Breathe towards it. Really feel that painful part that you've been rejecting. Just let it be there. Relax your shoulders towards it. Open your throat and jaw really wide. Relax your forehead and start physically, slowly leaning forward towards it. Okay? So you want to sit up so you can lean physically and ever so slowly towards it. You got about 15 seconds left. Ready? Really let it in. Big breaths. Open your throat and your jaw. Feel your cells expand and it will pass right through. Hand on your heart up above your lips for the next 5 seconds. Big breath, make some sound. And come down into your body, Jenny. Big deep breath and there you go. Tap under your lips. Allow that yawn or that breath to happen. Relax your shoulders. Big sigh, jaw really wide like you're biting an apple. Good work, everyone. I love and respect myself. And I'm allowing this to be easy. Whether it's possible or not, I am worthy. Whether I feel it or not, I deserve to be loved. Tap your chest. And I'm going to go ahead and love myself now. And give myself full permission. In 2016, okay, I am, and say your goal out loud. Yep, let your yawn happen. When you're done, take a big deep breath on it. I give myself permission. In 2016, I am, and say it like you mean it. Say the thing you're creating in 2016. Okay, and if you've finished, just keep saying it. Talk more about it. Tap the front of your ribs. Okay, we're going to go a third time. I give myself permission. In 2016, I am what? Present tense, powerfully expand it. Relax your shoulders. Lean towards it. Good. Great. Okay, tap yourself down. Tap your body down. Keep breathing, relaxing towards any heaviness, noticing any tingliness. Give your whole head a rub. Okay, so wipe the energy up your legs, up over your boobs, up over your arms, up your back, head, and then send it all up to love again. It's just like a breathy, somehow everyone seems to know how to do it. Another, scoop more energy up. And just, and shake your hands up. And scoop down that energy. And give yourself a big hug. You've got points on either side of your arms here. I want you to all to smile and make a sound as you close your eyes and give yourself a big hug. Relax your shoulders. Just lean into the hug. Just take your time, have an experience of the changes that have happened. And when you're ready, open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, and come back. Great. So thank you for doing that. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with me. Would anybody like to come onto the camera and share your experience with me? Who would like to come first?
We'd like to share first because we have to get back to work.
Okay, good timing then.
Yeah. I feel a lot lighter and way more optimistic, and I got a ton of really doable and exciting action steps.
Great.
So still feeling happy and hopeful and energized now. Yeah, thank you.
We're both really hungry.
Yeah, of course. So remember to keep a goal. Now everyone's homework is you must write down your goal and stick it up where you can read it. Okay, so stick it actually in 5 different places on your fridge, by your computer. Put it in your wallet. Put it all around. Your job is now to read this every day, several times a day for the rest of the year, and keep just asking how, but not in the how, in the how. Okay. So will you do that for me?
Okay.
Okay, write your goal down and stick it up. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, anyone else would like to share? Who's next?
Hi.
Hey,
Uh,
honey.
Hi. So when I start, I kind of felt like heated bubble in my tummy, and I feel like something was there. Right now, I kind of feel like an empty feeling, like something emptied out. So I feel light in that way. It was nice.
Yeah, does it feel more possible now, or do you feel more like less triggered, or?
I feel it's possible now, and I feel like I can do it, and I feel like I do have something to offer.
You do. Great, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay. If anyone else would love to share, I'd love to hear from you. Of course, you don't have to. You can always type, but you know, it's always nice to share. Okay.
Sorry. I'm feeling much more positive because I know I'm doing the best I can now. So,
Yeah, you're going to do great.
yeah. So it's a matter of time, just a time.
Great.
Thank you so much.
That's exciting. So remember the homework to write your goal up, okay? And put it up in 5 different places where you can read it every day. And then all your job is to ask how. You know, not the, oh, how, I don't know how, but the how do I do it? Yeah? Thank you. Who's next? Anyone? We've got Blake and Jenny. If you'd like to share, you're welcome to, either of you.
I'll share really quick. I'm tired. I'm like, I need a nap. And I also feel kind of like I'm vibrating, like I really feel the energy shifting. And this is like a really big one for me. It brings up a lot of childhood stuff and deep-rooted beliefs coming from having an abusive mom, which is also flaring up in my life right now too. So it's funny how this is all happening at the same time. I dropped down to a 4 to a 5, so a little bit more, and it's just nice to know that like incrementally it can decrease, you know. I feel like that feels more real for me than dropping from like a big number down to a small number right away, because it's like really, really deep. But it feels really good. I feel like I'm one step closer to, like, I don't feel as helpless. Like, I feel like, you know what, I'm really resourceful. Holy shit, the things that I've done up to this point, I can totally figure out how to do this. I just have to keep doing this work, and it's definitely possible. So that feels really good. Thank you so much, Kai. You're so awesome. So grateful for you.
Thank you. Oh, okay. And we've got Jenny. Do you want to share? Here you are. Just unmute yourself, love. My darling, you got to unmute yourself. We want to hear your beautiful voice. Apparently my mic isn't working. Go up to the settings, scroll up to the very top of the page, and a little settings cog will come up. Click on that and look at what your internal mic is. You might have to change the settings in there. I have to do that every time I turn on Google Hangouts. Well, now you're frozen too, so I don't know what I did, but that didn't work very well. Let's give Jenny just a second and see if this works out. Apparently not. Oh, well, do you want to type a little bit how you are? Oh, I'm so sorry. It sucks with technology like that. In one sense, it's so great that it brings us together, but then the next one is that when it doesn't work, it just makes it tough. So Jenny shares, I'll figure it out. I'm really tired. That was liberating. That's great. Yeah, it felt really good for me too. So everyone, thank you so much for coming. And you know I couldn't do this without you. So it's absolutely such an honor and a blessing to have you here and to help you, because that is my passion, you know. Jenny, are you talking yet? Still can't hear you, but can anyone here lip read? I wish I could make it work. I know, I'm so sorry. What if you go out and come back in? Just for a quick hot minute. Do you still have the link? I look like I've just gotten out of bed or something after that. Oh. Okay, well, we'll see if it works, because I'd love to hear from it before we all go. So yeah, I'm going to remind everyone one more time. It's really important, because with goals, it's so easy to write a goal and then forget about it. But what we want to do is we want it to be in our mind every single day. Choose one concrete goal and just commit to that one goal. And just, even if you have days or weeks where you drop off it, always come back to it. Okay, Jenny, let's try you now. Have you unmuted yourself? Have you gone up to the cog up the top and clicked on your mic and seen if there's a different option? Okay, well, I think we're going to... Oh, I hear you. Do I? No, I lied. Okay. Well, don't worry. How about we have a Skype and I'll check in with you afterwards. So, guys, thank you so much for coming and being part of this. I am actually, this year, I'm going to be going every week because the dates aren't really that close to Christmas. So if you want to join me any Tuesday coming up in January, I'm going to be moving it to an hour later. So that would be 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 12 p.m. San Francisco time, and 3 p.m. New York time, yeah? So I hope that works for everyone, because that is the new time that it has to be. Okay, so you got your homework. Make sure to write out the goal, put it up in 5 different places, read it every day, and just start asking how. What are the next steps I need to take? Okay? And as you all know, you have the wonderful pre-recorded stuff in the Vibrant Success Club. There's loads of great tapping. I promise you, you cannot do enough tapping. You can't do too much. The more you do, the quicker your life will change, and it will seem like magic. It will seem like a coincidence, but from my own personal experience in my life and from the clients and the people that I've helped, the more you do is just your whole life will change in amazing ways. So just keep at it. You're doing great, and I'm so proud of you all for turning up today, because that's the most important part. Okay. Thank you so much, guys.
Woohoo! Congratulations! Good work completing the video. I am so proud of you. I know it can be hard to stick in there, but now it's your job to look for the signs that your manifestations are coming true. Now, sometimes this can actually mean other people getting opportunities and money. Now, traditionally, this might bum some people out, but it's actually a sign, because your RAS, your reticular activating system, that's responsible for your perception. So it's like the biological function for manifestation. When you start noticing money and other cool things and opportunities happening around you, it means that it's speeding up for you as well. So rather than, wondering why it's not happening for you, just ask, well, how could it happen? What's next? What could it be? So I invite you to go ahead and binge tap on some of my other EFT videos here. It is super powerful to do as much of this work in a short period of time, and especially if you're busy. Like, I know you probably have a lot of stuff going on. I know you probably have commitments and responsibilities, and likely you even have a business that you're running. But delegate, 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 because this is a type of work that, as Jim Rohn says, you can't pay someone else to do your push-ups for you. And when you do this work, it literally changes your entire reality, the way that people react to you and the results that you get. So I'm super passionate about changing your cellular makeup so that you change your entire life, okay? So go ahead, I'll put some links below for some more EFT videos that you can check out. And if you are one of the superstars that want some personalized one-to-one work with my focus firmly on you, and I am the queen of transformation. I am one of the most talented healers, uplifters, light workers that you will come across. Using my unique processes are absolutely going to transform your life, especially if you have me one-on-one. Now, it's not for everyone. It's VIP, and not everyone is accepted. But if you are getting a yes, if you think, yes, I would like to try this out, I am ready to transform my life, I do know that I am powerful, but I have some things holding me back. It doesn't have to be in business. It could be in life, relationships, fitness, health, with, with the way that you really let yourself be visible and put yourself out there. All of that sort of stuff I can help you with, as long as you are a leader here to impact many around the world, because I'm most passionate about helping people who are uplifting others and creating a ripple effect in the world. So as you know, I'm Kai Ashley. If you want to do more EFT videos, scroll down and click on the link below. Nice to meet you, and please remember to subscribe. Bye!